Okay, thank you for coming and listening to our first production video, our Fitch production training video. And we're really excited that this is going to be a way for new people that come into the company, new craftsmen we call them, as well as our existing staff to listen to. And my name is David Cerrone. I am the president of Fitch Construction Incorporated. And we are a 32-year-old company under my direction, and really proud of the things that we create and we build. Hey, I'm a fellow carpenter. I really love the fact, I love tools. If I had it my way, I would actually be building something right now, in all sincerity. But someone needs to run and lead the company. And so thank you for trusting me to be your leader. Now I take that with a lot of commitment that we are going somewhere. People in Western New York, in this fine state that we live in, and that we raise our families in, we get to build things on people's homes and in people's businesses. And I take that with a lot of commitment. And what we do in people's homes is everything. So thank you for listening to this and to be committed to what we do here at Fitch Construction. Okay, so a little bit about our history. I took the business over from my Uncle Bob, Robert Fitch. Robert Fitch, we recently, about 2 years ago, we honored him on his 80th birthday here. And he is actually a graduate of the School for American Craftsmen. You know, there's only 3 colleges in the United States of America that have the School for American Craftsmen. And my uncle, virtually like my master, the guy that I learned from, was a master craftsman, a master cabinet maker. And he took construction, for me, it's like there was no other way to learn. There was a process and a way that he got the same results every time. And it was just truly exciting to learn from this guy. Hey, I'll get out. I was late some days as a young man. There were some days that I didn't feel good. He said, come on in anyway, you'll feel better, just get here. I mean, he had a lot of things that, now that I think back at this guy, he was not only a great craftsman, but he was a great person, a great disciplinarian. And I'm trying to pass those things on to you guys. I know some of you guys are probably maybe even better craftspeople than maybe Uncle Bob. However, there's always something that we can learn to better our craft and our skill, isn't there? I mean, isn't there more things to learn? There's so many great things to learn and get better at. So, briefly, he had this process. Uncle Bob, Robert Fitch, had this process of we are going to install it as the manufacturer wants it installed. If Andersen Windows and Doors says this is how we're going to install the door or the window, this is how you set it up, these are the horses you do, then that is exactly how we're going to do it. So it was okay, and I've told my guys in the past, it's okay if you're standing there reading a Velux installation manual, I'd rather have that. Because one of the things that we take great pride in is that we install it the way the manufacturer wants. We do not deviate from that ever. You'll see, and we'll get to this in a minute, but you'll see some of these companies like Velux, Skylights, and you see Four Seasons sunrooms, and some of these other companies have really gotten to the point where they're attracted as a manufacturer to us. Why? Because we follow their installation manual. And so their product lasts longer. The homeowner gets more use out of the door, say in that example, the Andersen door, because we're installing it as it's designed to go. If there's a problem with installing it, we fix that other problem. And sometimes that happens in remodeling, right? We're going to install something, oh my gosh, there's 2 other things that we got to fix at the same time. So getting a little ahead of myself, but you kind of see where we're going with this. We install it as the manufacturer says. And we'll get into more of the do's and the don'ts later. So, but I want to keep this upbeat. Again, I really thank you guys for listening to me. We have so much to share and so much to teach. It's just really great. So, while we're going over, I want to tell you a little bit about our vision, our mission, and our values. And so our vision, mission, and values, this is how we think. And actually, this is how we make decisions about what's going to go on in someone's home. Because it's all about the customer, right? I mean, it's all about them. So our vision is a world filled with fantastic home improvements for our clients to relax and enjoy life in. I mean, that's why we're doing this. We're really good at what we do, and we're learning, and we're becoming master craftsmen. We're on our way, but we want a world filled with fantastic home improvements for our clients to relax and enjoy life in. Our mission is to equip and empower our team of Fitch professionals to deliver breakthrough performance every day, giving our clients a wow experience. And then our values are quality workmanship, of course, teamwork. We're doing this together, guys. Trust. I trust you, and I want you to trust me as your leader. Education. We're always doing educational things. This whole training video series is to train you guys to become master craftsmen. And then growth. We want to make sure that, we are growing. When I started the business in 1987, taking it over from my uncle. Actually, my uncle and I had a disagreement, and I went off on my own for a while. And he's like, "Who's this young college kid? He's not going to teach us anything." And I was trying to change and manipulate and make his business better. And so we had a disagreement. So in 1987, my mom got me a job at this local Four Seasons sunroom business in Webster, New York. And I didn't get hired for the sales job, but I got hired as a carpenter. And I could build a pretty good deck. And I kind of fell in love with this whole concept of you were in a Home Depot, you were like your own remodeling store. Oh, that was pretty cool to me. Like, yeah, and you couldn't go to Home Depot or Moore Sash and Door and buy this sunroom. It was only offered at this Four Seasons sunroom dealership. And you had a territory, and that was your territory to grow, and you service sunrooms, and you built sunrooms, and you designed sunrooms. Well, you know what? About 20 years later, I bought the business. I fell in love with the idea so much that I just decided to buy the business from this lady. So that's our vision, mission, and value statement. We're growing. We're getting stronger and stronger. We're taking over more and more territories. And so that's, I just really want to, when you guys think about us, this should be in you'll actually get a manual, a team book manual, and this will be in it. And so when you're making decisions, you're thinking about different things that you experience in the company, think about the vision, mission, and value statement. Read it. It's not, they say it's kind of quirky or whatever. And that is the new thing today, is that, the more we say this vision, mission, and value statement, the more it becomes part of our fabric. And it naturally will come out with the customer. So we're really serious about it. Okay, so, wanted to also talk about, so we talked about our history. We talked a little bit about Uncle Bob, and, kind of where little historical things. There's more. I could talk to you all day about that. But then there's the vision, mission, and value statement, and then there's the craft. Okay, so, this man went and talked to this one guy working on this building. And so the man goes up to the mason and says, "What are you doing? I mean, what are you doing?" "I'm mixing up this mud and this stuff and this heavy concrete and block, and that's what I'm doing." "Oh." And the guy's like, "Ooh, okay, all right." And then he went and he talked to another mason, this other guy working on the building. He says, "Sir, what are you doing?" And he says, "I'm building this wall 50 feet long and 15 feet high. That's what I'm doing." "Oh, okay." So then this guy goes over to this other third mason, and he says, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm building a cathedral where people will come to worship forever, for a millennium." So those three examples a little maybe quirky again, but the point is that the one guy got it. He realized how his craft and his trade actually fit in. That's how I want you to think. When we go to someone's place, someone's home, or place of business, remember that it's what we do on their home. It's those things become maybe where their daughter gets married, or where they bring the grandkids over. Or remember those things that it's not just, we're not just installing a sunroom. We're installing something that makes a difference in their life. Remember, it's all about them. So, when we talk about the craft, we take the attitude, the commitment, where we will truly change their life, right? We want to have our clients relax and enjoy life more with what we do in their home. More worry-free. Okay? Really important. There'll be a quiz later, so make sure that you write down some stuff on the quiz. For the quiz. Okay, so that's that. That's the three Masons. We truly believe that this is my highest calling. A few people have told me that I should be in the ministry. I've been to a bunch of different places. I've had several people tell me I should do this, I should do that. But what I built on someone's house and the business that I'm building, that is my highest calling. And I would ask you guys to kind of look in yourselves a little bit and say, I'm committed to this. I'm gonna commit to becoming a master craftsman. I'm gonna commit because that is your highest calling, if it truly is. So it's sometimes some of this training video is a little introspective, but that's what life's all about. That's our identity. If we know who we are on the inside, everything else is better on the outside, right? So that's how it works. And so that's what we're here for. That's why trust is such a key thing, is that you can talk to any of your supervisors, you can always talk to me. We're never going to be that big where you can't talk to me, the owner. Okay? The leader, I like to call myself. So that's that. That's asking you to become, committing to becoming a master craftsman, committing to know what, there's several workbooks here. One's from Certainteed, becoming a master shingle applicator. Do you know that if you pass the master shingle applicator, it's not that hard. It's a book. You have to study and read. And there's a test at the end. It not only gets you paid more money, it also extends the customer's warranty on the product. It also creates goodwill. So it's three things there that just, wow, everyone wins. And that's what I want. As the leader, I want everyone to win. And we'll talk more about that later too. So, okay, so where do you fit in? Where do we fit in? How do we think about business and Fitch Construction? Okay, so this is the top of the business as a machine. You can see that this is marketing, okay? And, some of the stuff, it's like, yeah, marketing, I don't even get involved with marketing. But here's marketing, and then here's the appointment center. This is how we keep in touch with our customers and how we have our information, our customer information. And then you'll see the two biggest gears in the business as a machine are what? There's sales and production. And so sales, we have, this is in a sense, this is kind of a little different thought for you, perhaps, but this is production's customer. In other words, sales brings business to production, right? And that kind of gets all of this machine moving. And then here's production. And then you'll notice some of the smaller gears, but very important, are the office, where we do recruiting and we do the books and do the payroll and all that good stuff. And of course that's accounting as well. And then we have a service gear. And that is, this is a little bit smaller gear, but this kind of combines these two. Some of our customers need service on their sunroom or whatever, what have you, or some stuff that is within our 5-year warranty. A little quick thing on warranty. New York State requires that any contractor performing work in this state of New York, warranty their workmanship for 1 year. It's part of the home improvement law in this state. Okay? So we warranty our work for 5 years. So from the date of getting the last check to 5 years from now, we honor our workmanship. So we do it right the first time, all the time. And we'll come back to that. That's a very big point. If we're installing a skylight for someone or a sun tunnel, we warranty our workmanship for as long as they're in the house. We call it a lifetime warranty. No one does that in this state, but we do it. Why? Gets back to that other point of we do install the product exactly how the manufacturer wants us to install it. So it's okay to read the book, or like Velux has a ton of stuff on YouTube. How to install a skylight, maybe a new solar skylight in a metal roof. And a lot of carpenters have this attitude, not saying it's you guys or you, because I know by being here you're number one, you've committed to becoming a craftsman. But some carpenters like, I don't need to read those books. Are you, by the way, are you awake over there? No. So, but anyway, it's a commitment to doing it as a manufacturer wants. So, getting off the tangent, occasionally that happens. This is business as a machine. This is the production gear, and this is one of the biggest gears. People don't pay us to sell them things. People pay us to build them things, right? We are builders. We build things in this state. We are builders. We're proud craftsmen. So people pay us for what we build. Right? So this is everything. And providing service, we don't run away from service, we embrace service. Okay? So this is where you fit in. I am taking my time to tell you these things. All right? I'm not giving you guys a manual that you'll never read. I know how I was. That kind of stuff can put you to sleep. Are you still awake over there? Just kidding. So I'm taking this time because I want you to hear it from the horse's mouth. I want you to hear it the way I want it run, because it's everything. And this is a great segue. So now you know a little bit about our history, right? Just to kind of summarize a few points. You know a little bit about who I am, and I'm no young puppy. I've been in the business for a bunch of time. You know about Fitch Construction, and we're going to talk. You know where you fit in. You're in a very, very important piece of the pie. This is how the machine runs, and you'll see that if we put $1 in the top of the machine, we hope at the bottom, what do we get? We get happy customers. We get cash flow. We can have great team members like you. So it's a great team. It's a great thing that we can have this machine working. If the sales people don't sell, then that slows the machine down. If the production people aren't doing good work, then we don't get good referrals, right? Wow, these guys were fantastic. Have them do your sunroom. Have them do your kitchen. These guys are fantastic. That's what we want. And this machine will, sometimes you can't keep up with it. Or here's another, this actually happens. They did the sunroom for us. This winter we're having them do our basement. They're going to finish our basement with an entertainment room. These guys are great. And that's what we want. If there's ever a time that you're questioning, should I do that, or should I clean up that little map? Just do it. Put in the overtime. Call your supervisors and say, I'm going to be another hour. I got to get this done. Homeowners coming home, they expect it. We want it clean. So that's going to get into our next point. Okay, so before I get into who's the customer, I want to tell you, maybe you didn't know, that Fitch Construction, the Fitch Design Studio, we've been here for about 7 years now, and we're really building this fun place where people can come and dream, sit in a sunroom, sit in a kitchen, look at a window, a door, skylight. So we have 3 divisions of services. One is window, door, and skylights. We are a Andersen, Sunrise, and Windcore dealer, as well as entry doors. So window, door, and skylights is one. The second one is sunrooms and outdoor living. So anything four-season sunrooms. We like to put skylights in some of our solid roof sunrooms. And then outdoor living, pergolas, AZEK TimberTech decking, and railing. Keylink, Superior is another manufacturer. And then our last division, so first one is window, door, and skylights. Second is sunrooms and outdoor living. And our third is kitchen, bath, room additions, and basement finishing. So we have 2020, which is a software, and we have a Yorktown cabinetry dealership, and Cambria as well, as far as for countertops. So these are some of the things that we do. Total basement finishing is another one, where we have products that are designed to go in the basement that are safe, it's not mold food. So 3 divisions. And some carpenters really migrate more towards the interior remodeling. Some carpenters, some craftsmen migrate more to room additions, or building decks, or sunrooms, or that kind of thing. Either way, we have something for everyone, and our goal is to grow teams of guys, crews, within each of the divisions. Okay. All right. So last thing, this is near and dear to my heart. And that is, why are we here, right? We talked about our vision, mission, and value statement. We are here for our client, right? So I have this analogy that you'll hear, and I use it with just about all of our trainings, and that is the waiter or waitress and the customer. Have you ever gone into a restaurant and someone acknowledged you? And when you sat down, someone said, "Can I get you a drink or a coffee or something or a water?" And while you're reviewing your order, and they made you feel really good. I mean, the food tastes better because the waiter or the waitress was so nice to work with. They led you by the hand. They helped you, and that added the experience to the experience. It wasn't just that it was a nice restaurant. It was the food tastes good and the people were so pleasant. They spent time with you, but not too much time. You know, that all those things make for a great experience when you're at a restaurant. Well, we are the waiter and the waitress. Right? We are the people that are serving these customers. So it's all about our customer. We are there for them. We have a job, we have this building, we have this business, not because of me, because customers have believed in us and they have enjoyed the experiences, for the most part, that they've had with our company. That's why you're here. We're here to be first servants to our customers. That is the biggest thing I could say. You know, you will go so far in this company with that attitude. I have a little thing, you'll hear more about it, when someone's 100 feet away, "Hey, how you doing?" and you acknowledge them. Okay? But if they're within 20 feet, you really take the time. "Hey, what's going on? How you doing today? Do you have any questions?" This is called wow service. And we're going to do a whole chapter just on wow service. So, who is the customer? The customer is our client. It's who we call on. What does the customer want? Right? Well, we know what the customer wants. The customer wants good products that last, installed the way the manufacturer wants. They want those products to be within warranty. We don't want to do as John says, the Winchester salute. Like, I don't know whose fault that is. Well, it's not mine. We call it unbroken responsibility. Unbroken responsibility is, I don't know, but I'm going to find out and we're going to fix it. And you're not going to have to worry about a thing. So unbroken responsibility, total commitment. If we're the servant serving them, right, it's all about them. How we park our car in the neighborhood is very important. So the other thing too is, when we go in, and we're going to talk in detail about this, but I just want to leave you with this idea that we are serving the customer. If they have a $10 bill on the counter. I know a lot of people would never do this. We of course, we would never think about taking that, right? That's their property. You know, if we're working at their home and we're going in and out, we might want to take 10 minutes, put down a little sticky protective film and a walking drop cloth, just so that they know that we understand this is their home, this is their castle, and we respect that. So if there's something that you ever want, by the way, like booties to put over your shoes or something, that we'll get them, or they'll be provided for you. And we'll talk more about that too. But it's about the customer. Remember that, you know, from the invisible inside things it comes out physically, right? So we have to make sure that they know that we know that this is their home and we're here to serve them. So thank you so much for listening. That is the first section of the training. And again, thank you for committing to be a craftsperson. That is, once that commitment's made, everything comes so much easier and faster. We're not doing this carpentry because we have to. We're doing it because we want to, right? We get to is a whole different psychological way to think. We get to build a sunroom, or we get to finish someone's basement. That is our highest calling. And again, thank you. Look forward to seeing you in the next chapter. Goodbye.